Well, I just took my family to see the Mario movie, and maybe I can help you with the question if you should take your family to see it. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome to Intermarifica, New Mexico, the channel where we look at things of wonder from the perspectives of faith and reason, philosophy and theology. I'm your host, Daniel Kelly, and we get a look at today one of the most wondrous things, Intermarifica. We're among these wonders of the culture, and one of the wonders of our modern culture is cinema, right? And so my son has been wanting me to take him to see the Mario movie. So I'd seen some articles that had headlines like, oh, it would have been better if it had been written by AI and stuff, and I didn't read any of them, but I was like, that's interesting. I was going to take him to see it anyway. And then when we went, there were at our little small town theater, there's literally line out the door. They had to turn people away. So obviously many people were very excited to go see it. And one thing I really liked about it was the visuals. I love that about the first Mario movie. I love it about the Mario Galaxy movie. It just beautifully animated, and I love that. And this one, there's even more diverse animation, which I really enjoyed, and all of it is top notch. The music in this is really good. It's very Nintendo-y. I think it's funny that video games kind of preserved classical music in a way, because when you have orchestras and stuff, a lot of times what the popular stuff is that most people think of for that kind of music is video game music, and this leans into the Mario music very much, and I think that's awesome. I'm not going to go too much into, as in all my videos, I'm not going to really go that deeply into anything that spoilery beyond what was already revealed in the promotionals, the trailers and stuff. So, but if you want to stay completely spoiler free, just go watch it. You want to watch it, just go watch it. But the rest, they'll be very light on the spoilers. So storyline. Well, it's the storyline is kind of like what you would expect. I like the cartoon logic. I love it how, like in the old cartoons, like Wile E. Coyote and all those, people are afraid of mortal danger, but I'm not really sure why, because I'm not sure if anything can actually be lethal. And this movie has that very much. It kind of goes from one thing to another, not really in a disjointed way, but the storyline's not super strong. The story that there is revolves around family, so I really like that. The first Mario movie had that a little bit. This leans into it full on, and I really like that. One of the main characters literally has hundreds of children, so that's a strong family theme. I really like that. And then there's all different kinds of relational dynamics, right? There's the brotherly interaction between Mario and Luigi. There's romantic relationships, a little bit, not too heavy on that, but just where people want to have romantic relationships, and that's really good. And I think the light way that's done is really good. Then there's parental relationships, sisterly relationships, just all kinds of really good family relationships. And that actually leads to what I think is probably one of the strongest things about this movie, where there's a tension, and a lot of recent movies I haven't felt this really. It's been kind of missing, where there's a tension where you're like, what is this character gonna do? Like, I see two really good things pulling them, and I really don't know what's gonna happen, and it puts that tension in your heart that makes good drama. And it's realistic. A lot of people like, oh, I like gray characters because they're more realistic nowadays. And I think maybe that's why so many of the mainstream media didn't like this movie and gave it bad reviews, is because nowadays when we want gray characters, we want people who are doing stuff that we know is wrong, right? That's what people mean by gray, morally gray characters, and that's realistic. But this actually had more realistic characters. It's weird because it's a cartoon. There were people that just want to do what's good, and that's realistic. There are people like Mother Teresa, there are the saints that just want to do what's good, and that's realistic. But then there's people who are torn, really tightly torn, and there's a realistic depiction of redemption arcs and conversions, that conversions aren't just this magical thing you're You take off your black hat, now you put on a white hat. And that is more realistic than morally gray characters like, I don't know, like Rorschach on Watchmen or something. This actually had dilemmas that we could see in our family members, in our friends, that are struggling between good and bad. And that's actually a really powerful part of this movie. And I'm not going to ruin how it turns out or anything like that. So all this, will your kids enjoy it? Well, I know mine did. I know there's a lot of humor in it. Actually laughing out loud in the theater, that has not happened for a long time. So I really enjoyed it, and I think you will too. I hope that was helpful to you. Keep an eye out for the live streams we're going to do in answering audience questions in Easter, and I hope you have a very blessed rest of your Holy Week and a happy Easter. God bless you.